pretty much.
What happened last week?
We had National Cinema Day. You were absent from that pre-Cinema Day podcast where we were speculating on how it'll go. But
right. So how did it go?
It went okay. You know, there was a bump in movie going on that Saturday. It was, and
I'm gonna dip my sugar in my sugar here real quick.
Yeah.
Ooh. Shortbread into
shortbread is a
tea.
butter.
Maybe they'll counter
cookie.
each other.
There's not a lot of sugar in
There's
that.
not a lot.
No.
Well, there is now. Now that I've dipped it into this confectioner's liquid delight here. Okay. I feel like you dusted the rim with powdered sugar like a margarita.
3 cubes. Let it go.
3 cubes?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let's see.
Again, she made the drink for me. I have unlike my British attire, I do not have the taste buds
She didn't put brandy
of an elite
in this.
British person.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so there was a bump in movie going. So on National Cinema Day, there were $3 tickets. That was the big thing. Every movie, $3 tickets. So we saw a bump. I think there was definitely a bump in concessions due to families going because of the films that benefited the most. It was Top Gun and DC Super Pets. Mm-hmm. I will say that Spider-Man also benefited and Sony really lucked out. I think this Spider-Man reissue, having been so far out, like 9 months from the time it debuted in theaters in Christmas of 2021, then and not having only 10 minutes of new footage, it was kind of a silly dud. We needed something that week, and Sony trotted out this film. But I think without National Cinema Day, it would not have been the success it was. And you can tell by the gross numbers. So on Friday, Spider-Man, which did not have the $3 ticket, did $1.7 million. Saturday, with the $3 ticket, it did $2.1 million. And Sunday, without the $3 ticket, back down to 1.4. Mm-hmm. So I think on Friday, you got some people being like, I wonder what this 10 minutes of extra footage is. Saturday, you got, well, I can waste $3. And then Sunday, it's like, no, thank you. We already know it wasn't enough. And then Monday, down to $1 million.
Saturday, it was, I don't want to see Top Gun for the 9th time.
or
Minions,
I can't get into
or DC Super Pets.
Or Top Gun sold out, and I guess I'll go to something else.
I remember liking Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I only saw it once.
On just to contrast, on Top Gun Maverick on Friday was 1.1. So Spider-Man did do better on Friday night. I think that's that curiosity factor. What's this 10 minutes of extra footage?
Yeah.
Saturday, $3 tickets. Top Gun 2.6 million to Spider-Man's 2.1. So many more tickets sold for that, and that was definitely the go-to film. And then on Sunday, without $3 tickets, it held up 2.2 million to Spider-Man's 1.4.
Wow.
And then Monday, it held up again, 1.8 to Spider-Man's 1 million. So over the weekend, when people had time off, obviously there was still the interest to go see Top Gun. I just think that good for Sony for getting another, was it $5 million out of Spider-Man? I mean, it was a good little boost, but it would have been very disappointing without that $3 tickets.
It would have been about on track with other re-releases that we've seen before, no matter what the quality is.
Solid re-releases, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
but this is the first time, which was my fun fact of the week, this is the first time a movie has been #1 for Memorial Day and Labor Day.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
That's so awesome.
It's unheard of.
It's never happened, and it's never going to happen again.
No.
But I mean, there wasn't enough meat in the middle of the summer to take the heat out of Top Gun. It was crazy.
Yeah, and there was no big releases. We had Shang-Chi last year, and over Labor Day, and that stuck through all September and well into October, and
until Eternals laid a big flat fart.
Yeah.
It opened good, and then when people were like, why did we go to that? Oh, because Shang-Chi was good.
Yeah. So I think on our takeaway on National Cinema Day, pros, you got people back at the theater. It was nice. I think it even, in a weird sense, show that a discounted movie ticket, there's some interest. People will go to the movies on a discounted ticket. I always thought that was kind of crazy because pre-pandemic and even post-pandemic, we saw the extinction of the sub-run houses and the dollar houses. They were drying up because of a lack of product, because of some of the policies and the studios not allowing that. But I think that this showed that there is an interest in a discounted ticket. It's just about the timeliness of
Oh no, they should do this
product.
twice a year. They should do this in January or very early February, and they should do this in September. It's perfect. It's perfect for Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
Like, it's just primed for that.
Yeah.
To be
It's the
$3.
family weekend before fall kicks
But just
in.
because, I mean, if school's not in session already, then it's about to be in session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, doing this even during spring break would be just a monster.
Oh, for sure. And I was thinking,
and
like,
the film companies aren't going to lose
they don't,
money
no,
on
they
this.
got more money from it.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that, there's not really another industry where your product doesn't have a discount. Like retail discounts are there at a certain point. You get a discount. Why in movie going do we not offer a discount at some point? I'm not talking about matinee discounts, and I'm not talking about Super Saver Tuesday discounts, but I'm talking about like nationally everything gets discounted. Like it becomes a thing, like end of the summer, end of this, spring break.
We need to find, and Cinema Day is trying to capitalize on this, but this needs to be the President's Day mattress sale.
Yeah.
A couple times a year, they need to blow this out and bring back the industry. And all of the film companies and exhibitors need to really get behind this.
I think if it's one day and it's across the board, every film is
and
treated
make it a
the
Saturday
same.
when you can open at 11 and run until
Run
9.
it all day. But you're like you said, a couple times, make it a like the President's Day mattress sale. Make it something that you can bank on a couple times a year.
The monster truck rally coming to town Sunday.
Sunday. and have that discount so where people can maybe save up or try hitting some of these films again and then we get these nice bumps at the end. Like, I think this could really work to the studio's favor, definitely works to exhibitors' favor.
Yeah.
And then you don't have this like mismatched policy of I do a Tuesday discount day and I do this, and it's just not confusing. It's just nationally across the board, and we can all brand it, and it can all be advertised.
They can confirm release schedules ahead of time, so there's no surprises, and you can have a week where there's no new releases.
Oh my gosh.
Releases before that, the week before, 2 weeks before, and you're going to get a bump
on that third week,
for Cinema
right
Day,
before you send it to streaming.
And then you open something big the week after, because a lot of people who don't normally go to theaters went to theaters and saw your trailer. It makes a lot of sense to do something like this, but
periodically throughout the year.
But not to have it stuck with a NATO or a National Cinema Day. Like, put Disney, Sony, Universal, Warner Brothers behind this.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones who set the schedules.
Right.
We have nothing to do with that. No matter how hard we try, we have nothing to do with the
I wish they
patterns.
would consult us and this podcast on the schedules.
Yeah, we tell them how it is.
Yeah.
This is what's going to work best for everyone.
We discuss it at length anyway.
Yeah. Feels like we know what we're talking about.
I think the only thing with the National Cinema Day that was a con, but just in this context this year, was that it did not have enough marketing. It was slapped together at the last minute, and there was just not enough marketing on it. There was not enough awareness.
Yeah.
And for such a positive feedback that we got for the people that were aware and got to participate, there just wasn't enough. It wasn't really planned out. You didn't really know if the studios were truly on board with it, and that
they never actually acknowledged until like a week before.
Right.
Yeah.
And
it was a very weak acknowledgement.
Right. There was some questions like, because traditionally when you have a big discount, there is a ticket price set in the market and you have to maintain that ticket price to pay your film rental on. Well, to do this, the studios had to lax that policy. They had to say, it's okay. We're not going to charge you the full ticket price on your film rental. You don't have to meet that minimum. We're going to let you have this discount ticket. So a lot of exhibitors were worried because that wasn't really set clear in stone that the studios weren't going to turn around.
Never put that in writing because then it would open them up to doing it multiple times a year.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that hurt some participation. And
could you imagine if
sure.
Tom Cruise did an ad during the Florida State LSU game and said, "Hey, by the way, $3 tickets to see Top Gun."
Right.
Where's Idris Elba? Where's Chris Hemsworth doing this and promoting this and bringing these back? Can you imagine what a Minions ad would do for a $3?
Oh my gosh.
$3 weekend? It would be overrun.
Yeah.
It'd be overrun with kids.
Well, that was the part that was confusing me. Like they send out, graphics and advertisements, like post it on social media or on your apps and this and that. And, that was very helpful and useful, but I wasn't seeing anything else in the marketing beyond that. And I wasn't really sure
No, they didn't
why that was, like videos or commercials.
Paramount also didn't want you to say, see Top Gun for $3. You couldn't link the $3 to...
And we had so many places that I'd explain that to. It was like, you have to have, if you're posting this on social media, we have $3 tickets all day on Saturday.
All movies all day.
And then in a completely separate post, Top Gun showing Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. You couldn't link them.
You couldn't put them together, but you had to.
But it showed.
You had to show the two.
There was such a good bump for them, and it didn't. And the bump stayed up high Sunday and Monday, so it really wouldn't have hurt Paramount to have linked that a little bit better and driven more traffic there.
But it was a decent enough start, and
we learned some things from it for sure. And I think that other exhibitors that were a little on the fence with it saw some success, and maybe we'll have some more participation down the road if this becomes, this was just year one for us in this country. I know that they have been experimenting with this in the UK and other places, and it's been very very successful. And they do it for a whole weekend there. They do it for multiple days. This was just one day. I'd like to take that whole weekend idea though and spread it around the year and
I like the one
stick
day.
to the one day.
I like the
I meant stick to the one day, but have
multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the studios are okay with it in the UK being a whole weekend, can't I take those 3 days and put them at 3 different times in the year? And
no, you remember all the release pattern VOD BS that we were talking about with those soft-hearted Frenchies. They don't get to do whatever they want to do.